Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 here at Roslo Gaming, where we're playing Bath City Football Club, trying to take them to the top of Premier League and beyond. We are in our second season here in Vanarama National League, and we're doing above all expectations, as you can see here from the head coach performance, for example, that it's an A+ performance and that we're also second in the league, suited to be a mid-table finish. So obviously we're doing good. We hope for even more, and we hope for a playoff spot at least at the end of the season. But we will play the game just as usual and show you the matches and anything interesting happening in between if we do have that happening. So without further ado, I'll see you at the match day against Dagen Red in a couple of days after this short break. Match day then against Dag and Red, and we are slight favorites here for this match, so let's hope we can deliver on those odds. And we are having this lineup. I don't think we need to change anything. We had quite a long rest there, as you saw. Craig and SS, yes, Craig and Smith is what we want to play, but Smith is still injured here, and as you see there, Assas is as good as a player there. Rowan, Simpson, Asante, and Reigns on the bench. Yeah, seems right. Mutruk will be an improvement for the team as soon as he's fit to play, but not quite yet. So this is the correct setup, and we'll go to the match and hope we can perform another great match here in this 26th match day. And sort of a little bit of a key match, maybe, for the end of the season, as Dag and Red are fighting there for a playoff zone at the moment. At the bottom end of the playoff zone, we are at the top end, so it's sort of a 6 points kind of match, maybe. Yeah, but that you just know at the end of the season, of course. Right now, it's just another match as usual, but still an important one, possibly. So first chance there for Dang and Red, but it was a bit outside and not really that much power behind that shot, so it didn't really look that dangerous, at least not to me. So next highlight of the match here, it's Bassett with ball. Craig with ball just outside the penalty area, passing to Brooking here on the right-hand side, who chooses to pass all the way back to the midfield line to Wiggett, and passing back to Brooking and up to Sanko. Again on the right-hand side, passing into Craig a little bit more in the middle to Assas, to Cashman, to Brunt, and it's a shot and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 11th minute. Good player and good quick one-touch passing as we moved the ball into the middle here from Sanko, or yeah, and it's not really one touch, but yeah, it's one touch there all the way from Assas to Brunt. So really well played there from Assas, Cashman, and Brunt, and we are taking the lead as they're in the 11th minute. Looking at the stats, we are dominating the game here 20 minutes in with the shots and possession. Next highlight here in the 25th minute, Jones picking up the ball in the very lower left of the field here and getting to pass his way out there. Quite good, but not really coming up there. Very high pressure there from Dagon Red, but we managed to get out of it. But this ball is still really in the same place, albeit a little bit further up the field. So it's not too bad, but it isn't the greatest either. Now the ball is up to the midfield though, so Assas passing to Craig here and up towards Brunt and back to Assas. And we're still making headway here, and Edwards on the left-hand side breaking inwards to the middle, passing to Assas. Assas with an opening ball to Sanka on the right-hand side, crosses into Cashman, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 25th minute. And that's sure took its time in the build-up play there for sure. But we managed to get all the way up there and having a lot faster temper there at the end after this cross from Assas to Sanko. It all went by pretty quick, and Cashman there with a quality finish and good cross as well out there from Sanko. But we extend our lead 2-0 here in the 25th minute, and rightfully so if we're looking on the stats and how the game have felt so far. So keep on shining so far in this season and having really superb matches. Next up here, though, a highlight in the 43rd minute for Dagen Red, a free kick that came to a long shot that were very close to be a goal, actually. And maybe the last highlight here before the end of the first half. Bath City with the ball again in the lower left corner of the field or the pitch. Kirk now with the ball have driven it up quite a fair bit, passing to Sanko on the right hand side. Might be able to cross it. Yeah, he crosses in towards no one, well, towards our attackers that didn't really reach it. Ball to Edwards and shoots, and just over the crossbar there. And we're a good chance, but not really able to make it. So halftime, we lead 2-0, and as I said, I think well deserved. So that's why it's looking like we deserve it, as I said, but it's not looking as extreme as it was in like the 25th minute or so. Tiger Red coming back a little bit. The player ratings are all really good, and I don't see anything to worry about so far, so we'll just continue like we played here and do some subs in the 60th, 70th minute mark. We did have a match just 2 days after this one, so we'll see what we can do. Kirk, I see here, is definitely a player that we want to switch out, and Edwards as well, so we'll do those two subs here. Kirk needs a little bit of a rest, and so does Edwards here. We don't really have anyone that can play his role, so it's got to be like that. And Lupano picked up an injury here, apparently, and Sanko is a little bit tired, so we'll play Reigns here if we don't really see any reason to switch anyone else out. We're just picking the players that are most tired, so we can have as fresh players as possible for the next match. So a highlight here in the 81st minute, Dagen Red running with the ball and shot, but well over the crossbar. So no real reason to worry there. Looking at the stats though, here in the 85th minute, it's now very even actually in total, and a free kick there and a leg able to save it and out for a corner then for Dagen Red, which is coming here. And we managed to clear it pretty alright, but the ball still in Dagen Red hands, but no danger apparently, as we don't really get to see any more highlight. But we have one highlight here in the 92nd minute, probably, hopefully, the last highlight of the match, where a corner from Dagen Red, we were able to clear it, but it's back to Dagen Red, albeit all the way down in their defensive half, but they are making their way up now. McCann with the ball here, with a run passing to Whitehead and a shot, and hits the crossbar really, really hard. We managed to get it out there for a throw-in, and hopefully we have the final whistle, which we have. So the final scoreline for Bath City versus Dagen Red is 2-0. Shots 14-13, shots on target 7-5, possession 59-41%. So overall, great result, and overall, actually in then a little bit better result than we deserved. I feel like we deserved a very marginal win there, or a draw total if we're looking on all the highlights, to be honest. But very, very nice that we actually managed to win the game. Overall, good rating on the players and good team mentality and good everything. Just very happy with the measure, and we actually after that match somehow are now league leaders after 26 matches, and at the moment we are 12 points clear of dropping out of the playoff zone. That's pretty darn spectacular, and we had 1728 attending that game as well, so many people coming to the game, which is damn great. And we make it 9 unbeaten matches in a row, which is also pretty darn fantastic. And I will hope to be continuing that trend in the next match in 2 days against Funde, and I'll see you there. Next up is a match against Funde that should be an easy win according to the bookmakers, so let's see if it really is that then. For the team selection, we're going to have to switch out a couple of players, or as many as we can really, that are on the tired side. So Brooking, you're getting switched out for Rowan. Kind of would want to switch out Widget, but I can't really. Don't really have anyone. Well, we do have actually. We can play Reigns there, and we can play Rowan instead of Widget. And now things are going to start to look like we're going to have a little bit of a harder game, I would think, or at least in my mind, Spearman instead of Jones. Further on, weakening our team, but that's all right. Craig, do we have any one of our midfielders that are able to play now? Smith and Mutruk still needs to rest a bit, but we can play Simpson. Don't really want to play Simpson, but we can, so we will. Central defender, midfielder is the name in attack. Edwards and Everton, right there. Brunt is tired, so let's put in Asante, and you get to play pressing forward in defend. And now we are very, very, very much a B team, or even worse. But we'll go with this, and yeah, all the players that we have rested is on the bench pretty much, and we can't really put anyone that is fresh on the bench because we don't have any players that is fat, fresh for this match. So we'll just have to do here and hope that it works out with the players that are most fresh and let them play pretty much all the match. Because I don't think we really can sub. Well, we can sub in, but it's sort of negates the thinking of subbing in fresh players to start from the match if we're subbing in players that are at 80% in condition or things like that. Anyway, first highlight of the match here in the 14th minute. Senko with the ball, passing to Simpson to Assas in the middle, and it's a shot and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 14th minute, and the first goal of the season for Assas, possibly in his life in a competitive match. Who knows? Well, we could know if we were to look, and actually I think the commentators might have said something different if that were the case. So let's just skip thinking on that. We get an injury there on Smirnon, a small injury. We don't really want to do that, but we'll let him play for now. We get our next highlight here in the 26th minute. A Reigns with a cross towards Simpson. I believe, yeah, and didn't really make any gain there. But Cashman were able to snatch up the ball that got defended out from that cross. And Sanko now with the ball on the right hand side, a second chance to cross. Now passes to Reigns here. Reigns trying to cross but couldn't get it away. And a chance for a counter attack here for Phil the House on the run. Very nimble for being a house there, and able to cross it to McCabe and over the crossbar there by McDonald's. And yeah, no affiliation and there with either house or McDonald's, of course. And yeah, Asas is pretty darn tired. We have quite a few players that are tired. Smirnon isn't tired. He's having a slight injury, but isn't tired, so it should be all right. Looking at Finland, they also have quite a lot of players that are tired, which is frustrating for them as well, I would guess. Halftime, we are leading 1-0, and rightfully so. The stats are saying the same thing, so we're happy with that, and we're happy to continue just the way things are going. Ratings, not that great, really, to be honest, but we'll keep hammering on and hoping for the best here. As we continue the game here in the second half, do remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show. Also, if you haven't done so yet and want to follow along on our journey towards Premier League and beyond, make sure to hit that subscribe button. As you do, you can hit that small notification bell to get notifications each time a new video comes up on the channel. New videos every day, and some of them are, of course, Football Manager. Quite a few of them is Football Manager or FIFA Manager or anything football related. Just a highlight here, and unfortunately, it is a goal for Fulde. So it's been equalized here in the 53rd minute, and not the start we wanted here for the second half. Like almost getting to that ball, but not quite. Looked a little bit bad, to be honest, but let's hope we can come back in the match here. If you want to support the channel even more, check out the links in the description as well. And the membership tab, you can get some pretty cool perks there, like naming youth players one time per game year in the youth intakes in either FIFA Manager or Football Manager. So, rings with ball here in this highlight, passing to Cashman, to Simpson, and to Assas in the middle of the field, passing to Edwards, widening out there a little bit. Edwards would run straight into the penalty area to Cashman, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 68th minute. And Bassett have retaken the lead, and 21st goal of this season for Cashman there. So, a really key player, which we have said before here for us this season. It's been really superb, especially together with Brunt. But Brunt is on this tired side or old side, and Cashman have been just sublime throughout the season so far. What is not so sublime is seeing that our players are so damn tired, each and single one of them. But we hope that we can manage here in the last 10 minutes or so. We're having a highlight here at the moment in the 82nd minute. Hopefully for us, the last highlight of the match really here. Edwards with a big run here on the counter-attack, or for Bath City. Edwards is just getting into the penalty area and shoots. Saved by the keeper, and Sanko getting to the second ball to Alexander Simpson, and it's a goal for Bath City here in the 82nd minute. And Simpson's first goal of the season, and we close out this match here 3-1 in the 82nd minute, and it looks like it's a pretty damn good attendance on this match as well. We did saw just before the match there that we were expected to sell around 1,500 tickets, which is pretty darn good for us at this stage at least. And we have another highlight here in the 84th minute. Simpson with the ball, passing to Edwards. Edwards with a shot over the crossbar. Very near there, though, to be honest. And the keeper really had to reach for it. Didn't reach it, and it were just over the crossbar, over the framework, really. But there we have it. Full time, and a full time result for Bassett versus Vilde is 3-1. Shots 24-10, shots on target 10-3, in possession 57-43%. So great result here again, and a great match, to be honest, especially considering how much of a B team we had here on the lineup. A lot of players that are really tired, Asas, Edwards, Kirk, are going to need to be arrested for the next match. Quite possibly, or quite sure, but we'll see here. We have quite a few players that we can bring back in. 4 players here: Brooking, Craig, Brunt, and Widget. So hopefully that's all right. Overall, great performance by the lads. Very proud of them for this match again here, and very nice to see. And we get to have a little bit of a longer rest here. 4 days, not really long at all, but a little bit longer. We had 1487 attending that game, and apparently we lost the top spot there. We'll just do that, but we'll have a look here. Yeah, for some reason, individual meetings or something versus Carlisle, as the goal difference is the same, but doesn't really matter. We are very, very in a very, very good spot simply. No matter what, I'll see you in the match against Barrow in just 4 short days, so hopefully we'll have a fresh enough team, and we're playing as an away team as well, which will be challenging, but as I said, we'll see you there after this short break. Welcome to the last match of this episode, then, and here were super clear favorites according to the bookmakers, but we haven't been able to win against Barrow so far in our 3 previous meetings. 2 lost matches and 1 draw. Let's hope we can change things this match then. So we are going to switch quite a few players here. So Jones instead of Smirn is the first thing we will do, and you will get to play in attack. Second thing is on the other side there in the defensive line. So Reigns in or not Reigns, Brooking in instead of Reigns, and you are playing full back defend. That is fine. Rowan, we don't really want to have you there. I think at least. We are playing. Who are we playing there? Wiggins, of course. Where do we have Wiggins? Widget, not Wiggins. So Widget, and yeah, Rowan, you're going to get to play instead of Kirk. Not what we want to play as such, but that should work. No trouble whatsoever. Simpson, you're getting a rest. You're getting back with Craig. Your Messala in attack. And Smith, you are going to be on the bench instead of Simpson. Should you play instead of Assas? No, we'll play you halftime. And Mutruk, you still should rest. Kirk, you were just tired. Bront instead of Asante. Target man, support. Yes, please. Oh, no, please. Yes, that's how I want to see it. Edwards and Sanko can't really switch there. Unfortunate. Really would sort of like to play Mutruk, but he's not really just ready yet. So might play Smith instead of Edwards, really. But no, I think we'll stick with this, and we'll do some changes for the first match in the next episode. And I will go to match here and play just as we always do. Slowly, nice and raw, and trust our assistant. We also started here before entering this match with scouting the players that are possibly interested in a transfer with less than 6 months to go on their contracts, because that is the main sort of thing we need to do in this game, cheerily, to try and get in as much of an improvement for each and a single preseason or in between season, and trying to pick up the scraps, so to say, from the top clubs in Premier League and the Championship. First highlight here of this match is Barrow actually coming forward here. Lloyd passing back to Hardcastle and up to Hookscrew to Kugley to Kay and back to Holdscrew and Lloyd with the ball and back to Holdscrew here again. And passing back to Hardcastle and Holdscrew to Quigley to Kay and a shot hitting the post there. Jones able to clear it out for a throw in. And so far, we're definitely not dominating in this game whatsoever. First highlight here for Bassity in the first half. It looks like at least corner were able to get it out for Barrow, but Sanko picking up the ball and still holding it in play for Bassity. Passing up to Craig here, playing the ball on the right hand side, cross it in and up to Jones here actually. Getting into the penalty area and shoots, and it's a goal for City, and the first goal of the season here from Jones, not the goal scorer we would think that would have would start the goal scoring for this match. He's a defender after all, but a nice break in there and a good shot as well, I guess. And the keeper on the ball there, but not able to steer it out of the danger zone or out of the goal, so to say. So yeah, definitely Assassin Edwards are really on the tired side there, and also Sanko. So halftime, we're leading 1-0. Maybe not that fair, to be honest. At least not stat-wise. Highlight-wise, I think it's been pretty even and pretty boring so far. Ratings on our players, pretty boring there as well, and pretty bad, to be honest. Hopefully they can do better here in the second half, but we will see. First highlight is for Barrow here in the 50-minute mark, and we should probably maybe put Smith in here very shortly. The cross is in to Lloyd, and it's hitting the crossbar and out for a goal kick, so we're able to survive that. Yeah, Edwards is below 70%, so we'll bring in Smith there, and he will get to play on the side. Not that much we can do about it, so to say, for him. We'll bring in Kirk instead of Rowan, so Kirk will have a little bit of a rest, but not as much as we would have liked, really. And that will be the subs we will do for quite a while at least. Possibly we will bring in Reigns instead of Sanko. But first, a highlight here in the 62nd minute. Assas with the ball passing back to our keeper leg here. And a long ball for a counter-attack here, possibly. Cashman with the ball. And a run or a dribble passing to Brunt. Brunt reaching that ball and shooting, but saved by the keeper from no distance at all. Don't know really what the keeper did there, but he did the right thing, obviously, as he saved. Corner here, and Sanko with the ball passing out to Jones. Jones able to cross? No, apparently not. Not with any danger behind it, at least. So a little bit more time, and we'll switch Reigns in for Sanko here. And really, at this stage, looking at the stats and everything, we really just want the final whistle here. Really, we don't want more highlights or anything like that, but we do have a highlight here in the 76 minutes, but over the crossbar there by Craig. So 10 minutes to go. Let's hope we can keep it together. Those last 10 minutes maybe are, well, definitely our weakest match of these 3 matches so far in this episode. But there we have full-time whistle, and it's another victory for Bath City. Final scoreline is 1-0 versus Barrow. Shots 12-21, shots on target 77, and possession 51-49%. So definitely good result. Performance-wise, definitely not good at all. Definitely not what we wanted to see here. But we are all right, and we're happy we made it through here. And that brought us up to first place again in the league. Now properly 2 points ahead of the closest behind us, and at the moment 15 points clear of dropping out of the playoff zone. So a really good episode, and well, really good results in this episode. So very, very nice stuff here, and we are very happy with that, and we'll praise John's performance for his performance in the match. And that will be everything for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you here soon again. Bye-bye. You have been watching Roslow Gaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.